Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to do a deep dive into one of the most crucial remedies in our entire Materia Medica, Arnica montana, also known as Leopard's Bane. You know, if you're gearing up for exams or just trying to sharpen your clinical skills, really getting a handle on Arnica is an absolute game changer. So let's jump right in. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start by really understanding the classic Arnica patient, their constitution and what typically brings them to us. Then, we'll dive into the key physical and mental symptoms that you absolutely have to know. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of its modalities and how it relates to other remedies, and we'll wrap it all up with a high-yield exam summary and a quick quiz to make sure everything sticks. All right, so let's get started with the very first piece of the puzzle. Who is the Arnica patient? What kind of physical and mental makeup are we looking for? And what's the real root cause of their issues? Alan's Keynotes kicks things off with this classic description. Now, these might sound like old-fashioned terms, so let's break down what they actually mean when you're looking at a patient. Okay, so here's the key idea. I want you to picture this contrast. On the outside, you have this really robust, full-blooded person. That's what we mean by sanguine plethoric. They've got rosy cheeks, a lively look about them, but underneath that seemingly healthy exterior, there is this deep nervous sensitivity or irritability. That exact combination is one of the biggest clues you're looking at an Arnica case. Now this right here, this is the absolute soul of Arnica, trauma. And I want you to pay close attention to that little phrase, even if received years ago. We're not just talking about a recent fall or a sprain. Arnica is for those lingering, deep-seated effects of old physical injuries that the body just never fully processed. For any exam you take, I want you to burn this into your memory. Mechanical injury, we're talking falls, blows, concussions, you name it, is the absolute cornerstone of Arnica. If you have a case in front of you that stems from physical trauma, Arnica has to be at the very top of your list of potential remedies. Okay, so we've established that trauma is the cause. Now let's look at the effects. How does this injury state actually manifest in the patient? What are the key symptoms we're going to see, both in their body and in their mind? This is the grand keynote of Arnica. You have to know this one. The patient feels sore, lame, and bruised all over, as if they've literally been beaten up. It's not just in one spot, it's this profound body-wide sensation that is just unmistakable. And this symptom just brilliantly illustrates the patient's hypersensitivity from that bruised feeling. The bed, the chair, the sofa, it all feels too hard. Now, this isn't just simple restlessness. It's a very specific complaint that forces them to constantly shift, always looking for a spot that doesn't hurt. Now, here is a critical point of comparison, and it's a favorite for exams. With Arnica, the patient moves because the spot they're lying on feels sore and hard. With Rhus Tox, they're also restless, but they move to find relief from a general aching pain, not because the surface itself feels hard. It's a subtle difference, but it's absolutely vital. Shifting to the mental sphere, especially after something like a head injury, we see this classic picture. You can rouse the Arnica patient, and they'll answer your question perfectly clearly, but then they immediately slip right back into a stupor or delirium. This is a textbook symptom for a concussion. And here it is. This is one of the most peculiar, strange, and confirmatory mental symptoms in our entire Materia Medica. The patient, despite being seriously ill or badly injured, will insist that they are perfectly fine. They might even try to send the doctor away. This denial is such a powerful indicator for Arnica. You'll want to pay close attention to this contradictory temperature pattern, especially in fevers or septic states. The head and the upper body are hot to the touch, but the lower half of the body remains cold. This is a very characteristic, very unusual, and incredibly valuable guiding symptom. Next up, let's look at the modalities, the conditions that make the patient's symptoms better or worse. We'll also explore how Arnica fits in with other remedies and its therapeutic connections. The modalities here are pretty straightforward but really important. Their symptoms get worse at rest and when they're lying down, which of course makes perfect sense given that bed feels too hard sensation we talked about. And interestingly, they feel better from motion, which is a key similarity it shares with Rhus Tox. Understanding these relationships is so crucial for effective prescribing in the real world. Just take a moment to look over this list. Notice its complementary remedies like aconite and Rhus Tox, which often work really well alongside Arnica. And remember, for that classic bruised feeling, you should also have remedies like Baptisia and Ruta in the back of your mind for comparison. These relationships really help you navigate those more complex cases.
All right, let's pull everything we've talked about together into a rapid-fire summary. These are the absolute must-know points for your exams. If you're short on time, this is what you focus on.
Go ahead and screenshot this slide. Seriously, these 7 points are the absolute essence of Arnica montana. If you can recall these, you are in a fantastic position to tackle any question on this remedy. From the cause to the core feelings, the mental state, and that unique fever pattern. This is your cheat sheet.
Okay, time to put what you've learned to the test. I've got a few questions here that are designed to be just like what you'll see on your exams. You ready? Let's do this.
All right, question number 1. Read it carefully. What is the number 1, the primary, the main reason for giving Arnica? Take a second, lock in your answer. And the correct answer is B, mechanical injuries. This is its cornerstone, remember? The text couldn't be clearer for the bad effects resulting from mechanical injuries. Okay, next up. This is a classic clinical picture after a head injury. Which remedy immediately comes to mind? Think about that state of coming in and out of consciousness. If you chose D, Arnica, you are absolutely spot on. The text describes this scenario perfectly. Answers correctly, but unconsciousness and delirium at once return. Question 3. This one's about that very strange, rare, and peculiar mental symptom we discussed. The patient who, against all evidence, denies being sick. Which remedy owns this symptom? Of course, it's C, Arnica. This is one of those unforgettable keynotes that just confirms the remedy like almost nothing else can. Okay, let's check your memory on the fever pattern. Remember that really contradictory state we talked about. Which of these options describes it correctly? The answer is D, heat in the upper body, cold in the lower part. It's a very peculiar and really reliable guiding symptom for Arnica in fevers. And our last question is all about modalities. What makes the Arnica patient feel worse? Think about that sore, bruised feeling all over their body. And the answer is C, lying down. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? If everything feels too hard, of course, lying down is going to make their symptoms worse. And the text confirms it. Aggravation when lying down. So, to wrap it all up, just remember Arnica as the king of remedies for trauma. It covers everything from that physical, sore, bruised feeling all over to that profound mental state of denying that the injury even exists. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive on Arnica montana. But I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. Now that you've mastered Arnica for blunt trauma, how would you differentiate it from a remedy like hypericum, which is so famous for injuries to areas rich in nerves? That's a great topic for your next study session. Thanks for joining me today.